Brené Brown's Atlas of the Heart, Mapping Meaningful Connection and the Language of Human Experience, 2021, is a profound exploration of human emotions and relationships. Brown, a research professor and best-selling author, draws on decades of work in vulnerability, shame, and empathy to create a map of 87 emotions and experiences that shape our lives. Her central thesis is clear. Understanding and naming our emotions is the key to building meaningful connection and living with courage. Brown's narrative style is warm, empathetic, and deeply insightful. She blends academic research with personal stories, creating a tone that is both scholarly and accessible. The atmosphere of the book is compassionate and empowering, inviting readers to embrace vulnerability as a path to connection. The first major theme of the book is language of emotions. Brown emphasizes that naming emotions accurately allows us to understand ourselves and communicate authentically with others. From here, she introduces connection and belonging. She explains how empathy, vulnerability, and authenticity foster meaningful relationships. Another cornerstone of the narrative is courage and resilience. Brown insists that facing difficult emotions with honesty builds resilience and courage. The climax of Atlas of the Heart builds around mapping human experience. Brown organizes emotions into categories, creating a guide to navigating the complexity of human life. The resolution affirms her belief that emotional literacy is essential for connection. Brown insists that by understanding our emotions, we can live more authentically and compassionately. Full script, about 1,500 words. Brown begins with the observation that most people struggle to name their emotions accurately. She explains that this lack of emotional vocabulary limits our ability to connect and thrive. Her goal is to create an atlas that helps readers navigate the terrain of human experience. The language of emotions theme is central. Brown emphasizes that naming emotions accurately allows us to understand ourselves and communicate authentically with others. She explains how mislabeling emotions, confusing stress with anxiety, or disappointment with sadness, can distort our self-understanding and relationships. The connection and belonging section adds depth. Brown insists that empathy, vulnerability, and authenticity foster meaningful relationships. She recounts research showing that belonging is not about fitting in, but about being accepted for who we truly are. The courage and resilience narrative is inspiring. Brown explains that facing difficult emotions with honesty builds resilience. She emphasizes that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Vulnerability, she insists, is the birthplace of courage. The climax builds around mapping human experience. Brown organizes emotions into categories, creating a guide to navigating life's complexity. She portrays emotions as places we go, to joy, to comparison, to uncertainty, helping readers see patterns and possibilities. The resolution affirms her belief that emotional literacy is essential for connection. Brown insists that by understanding our emotions, we can live more authentically and compassionately. She closes with an invitation to embrace vulnerability, cultivate empathy, and build meaningful connections. Thematically, Atlas of the Heart explores language, connection, courage, resilience, and authenticity. Brown emphasizes that emotional literacy is not optional, but essential for thriving. For modern readers, the book offers both challenge and inspiration. It confronts the myths of emotional suppression while offering practical tools for connection. Brown's message is clear. To live fully, we must map the heart.